All right, we have the next game starting, which is WA Masters Open, WA Men's Open, so the elite men's. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
It's 11:15, isn't it?
11:15, so it's the...
Yay! We need a commentator on that pool.
I'm here for this pool, I'm sorry. Are you going to commentate?
Oh, you can do it if you want.
I'm happy to do it with you if you like, both.
No, you can do it.
We need somebody to commentate that pool.
This is WA Vic, right?
Yeah.
Hi folks, welcome to day one of the Australian Underwater Hockey National Championships live from the Gold Coast. This is the Elites and Masters division. We've got up in this game, it's Western Australia with the black sticks playing Victoria with the white sticks. We've just had a call from the referee. It's going to go against Victoria. I think it's for stick infringement. Thank you very much to my support in the in the streaming booth. If you're just joining us, this game started around God knows how long ago. We're in the first half, in the first minutes, in fact, of this game. I'll run through the team list when we get a moment. For now, Victoria on the drive towards Western Australia's goal tray. Desperate effort from the halfback, and he's been supported by his forward. That's Todd Canavan clearing towards the corner. The referee playing advantage. I think we're going to get a free going Victoria's way. Gee, Western Australia very lucky not to give away a penalty shot. That was the last defender who cleared the puck out. And I think there's a little bit of conversation with the referees about whether there should be a harsher penalty, but Western Australia escape with their lives. They'll be on the back wall defending a Victorian free puck right in front of their tray. Flick straight into the Western Australian centre. It's a big melee crush in the middle. Looks like Western Australia will successfully clear it wide. Another effort from Victoria, but it's been pushed to the far wall. Call from the referees. It's a chopping foul against Victoria, number 1, I think. Who is... I've got some team lists here, but I haven't had a chance to look at them, and unfortunately I'm half blind without my glasses, so it's all just shapes and colours to me. Got a restart. Free puck taken by Western Australia. They'll push towards the right side wall. Nice and blurry over there for us. Big flick in the deep by Victoria to his half-back. He's tried to cut up through the guts. Shut down by Western Australia's forward line, and they'll drive back over onto that far wall. As the Wazzy boys rumble down that wall, Victoria looking to contain. Another flick into the centre. There seems to be a set play from Victoria to cut off the wall and drive up through the middle. It's been cut off by Western Australia, but another drive from Victoria. Oh, very loose pass. As WA with the numbers now, driving towards Victoria's tray, but well defended from Felipe, who's the one of the coaches of this team. Alejo now defending in the corner. He looks to drive past the Western Australian. He will, but he's lost his air and he's gone to the sub-bench now. Western Australia cuts into the middle. Dangerous time now for Victoria as play pushes into the centre of the pool. Bit of confusion, but Western Australia have shut it down. They move to the far side wall. It's a real arm wrestle here at the moment. Neither team managing to hold possession for long. Victoria now on the drive. With numbers around the park, Western Australia scramble to defend. And it's once again been contained on that far wall where we'll have to use our imaginations to guess what's going on. The referees, though, they've got eagle eyes and they've called a foul against Western Australia for chopping. So Victoria now on the free puck around 6 to 8 metres away from their offensive goal tray. Folks, I'm sorry that we don't have a score or a time up. It is currently 0-0 as Victoria take their free puck, taken by the fullback. Driven on the 45 into the melee. Many numbers on the bottom as Western Australia contest the puck. Strong curl from the Victorian fullback. That's Ben now driving. And we've got advantage from the referees. I think it'll go Western Australia's way as the call is made. And yes, it will be a Western Australia free puck, this time for obstruction by the Victorian men. As I was saying, no score yet in this game. I don't know how much time has elapsed yet. I'm going to guess it's about 5 minutes. Western Australia don't make the most of their free, but they do maintain possession as they look to drive down the far wall. It's looking a bit like a set play now from the Western Australian men. Western Australia, dangerous drive now. The Victorians caught a bit flat-footed. They'll set up into their three-way rotation on the back wall, and they've successfully defended. Numbers scrambling to get back in front of the puck, and a solid melee on the far wall. Western Australia not making the most of that opportunity, but another chance now to cut through on the 45. Mason Gillespie turns on a dime and flicks it forward to his forwards. Dangerous now for Victoria. Strong drive on their tray. And I think, signals from the referee, that will be a goal for Western Australia number 1. Sorry, Western Australia number 3. That's going to be Hunter Jones. Makes a triumphant return to the elite men's division. Scores first goal for his team. And takes the score to 1-0 for Western Australia. We'll see, So a timeout's being called. I think it will be White's timeout. Folks, I'm sorry I don't have the time available to me. I'll try and keep a note of it. I think we've got about 50% of this first half elapsed. Western Australia in the black, leading Victoria in the white by 1 goal. Hello, I didn't even notice you were there. Got some expert help in the commentary box. What can you tell us about the Western Australian boys?
Hi everyone, late to the scene. This West Australian team, I think there's some a mixture of older hands and younger new up-and-comers. Not super familiar with who the starters are on this court, but we'll wait countdown.
Big omission for the Western Australian men this year as play recommences in this court. Tommy Miller missing, usually wears the captain's hat for your boys. How's the team feeling about that?
I think, the team was, obviously missing him, but fill the gaps. There's plenty of depth here in this, WA Elite men's lineup. Tommy's having a well-earned break. I noticed he's been overseas holidaying and stuff. West Australia driving back down into the right-hand corner of the tray, looking to centre it. And puck's spilled out, charge on here, free puck, Victoria, chip and chase. WA's mopped it up. Penalty shot. So I hear. So I'm assuming a 2-on-1. Everyone's legging it to the bench. Yep, correct, 2-on-1. Looking at who's going to take this, I'd say if Mason Gillespie's in the pool, he'll be one of them. And maybe Joshy McKenzie. I'm not sure who else is in there. Hand over to you on this one, Romy.
Those boys are far too big to be Joshy, I think. It'll be Mason, though. And very solid flick from Mason. It's gone straight in the tray. Nothing Felipe Perne could do about that. And it will take the Western Australian score to 2-0 against Victoria. Unlucky result for the Victorians. It's very, very hard to defend those 2-on-1s, especially when you've got someone like Mason who's just got such a powerful flick taking at the tray. So a goal apiece to Hunter and Mason, who to me it feels like only moments ago we were all playing under 15s together, and now we've somehow found ourselves in the elite division. Mason captaining the team for, I think, the first time. I'm not sure who the vice captain for this team is. Normally it would be Shannon, but he's also in absence this year. As play recommences...
Sorry, classic male scenario here. Can't even single task, let alone multitask. Watching, I'm not sure I'm familiar with all who the Victorian players are here. Familiar framer Gavin Wise, fullback anchor down there. Victorian player bringing it out to back to the wall. West Australians. Oh, Victoria got a breakaway down the wall here. Little poke tackle by Gav Wise there sorted that out, I think. Victoria consolidating. Knockdown puck by, that might have been Scotty McKenzie then. Oh, someone's getting kicked out. Number 10 Black kicked out for 1 minute. Who's number 10, Romy? Ben Rupnick. One of the newer comers to WA. Hand over to you. Benny's originally from New South Wales, I think. Over to you, Romy.
All right, play recommencing in Victoria's favour. Interesting free puck taken there. The forwards are actually looking towards their backs. Hasn't quite gone Victoria's way, but they are still continuing their drive up the near wall. Nice view for us at home. Really powerful from Alejo, one of Victoria's Colombian recruits, but he might have been pinged for being a bit too aggressive. As we have a free puck, just looking to see. Oh, it's gone against Western Australia again, so they're back on the back foot, once again defending on the back wall, right up on their goal tray, but they have done exceptionally well to clear it out so far. Victoria not making the most of their free puck opportunities. Flick straight into the contest by Alejo. It's been swiped by the Western Australians. Victoria looking to contain it now. I think that might be a breaking foul. Yeah, it will be a breaking foul against Western Australia. That's an automatic warning, so if they do it again, they'll be sending another player to the sin bin for 1 minute. Western Australia, a little bit of trouble right now with only 5 in the water and back on their defensive goal with a warning in pocket as well. Victoria a little slow to set up this free puck. I wish they'd gotten down a little earlier to make the most of the opportunity, but alas, here we are. Flick more to the side this time. Western Australia, all the numbers on the bottom. Victoria flat and looking to punch it up the back wall. Not finding much love yet as Western Australia drives it out, but we've got another call from the referees, and I suspect it's going to go against Western Australia.
Yep. Sounds like ref's calling a timeout. There's a little bit of a discrepancy as to a kick out. 7 white for Victoria. Ilandro. Is he Colombian? Colombian import, yep, on the side. Game's restarted. Stick with this camera, I think. A lot of wall work. Not looking very pretty. West Australia just managed to push them back a couple of metres then and look like they've got a little bit of momentum here. Yep. Looking to push it off the wall now, WA. Oh, yeah, consolidating. I think Victoria actually drove them back to the wall then, stopped the switch off. Nice knockdown. I think that was Mason Gillespie knocked that down and moving forward now. WA got Victoria on the back foot here. Whoop, Victoria, good clean out to the corner, whoever that was. Just a little blind spot between cameras 1 and 2 here. Oh no, and we're a little bit of a pan. I don't know who did that, but it wasn't me. Everybody taking the opportunity to sub here at the moment. We'll go back to you for this advantage puck, Romy.
Yeah, I'd say we're entering the dying minutes of this first half. The score is 2-0 in Western Australia's favour. Victoria yet to score a goal. One of these teams still has a timeout in the back pocket. I think it's Western Australia. They're yet to take it, so they obviously like their fitness against their opposition as Western Australia takes their free, cuts into the middle in a strong drive, But it has been cleared along the far back wall by Victoria, who will set up their three-way rotation and try and contain Western Australia, who brought it out deep through the back, and they've switched it all the way through the back line. Attempted to shovel past the wing, but hasn't found his man, and it's been shut down by Vic. Western Australia maintaining possession, but he's been pickpocketed by Victoria as the referees make another chopping call against Victoria, send them back to defend on their back wall. I'd say we've only got a minute or two left in this first half, so it's really all on Western Australia to try and put another score on the board. Victoria, a lot of pressure to keep them out for a couple of minutes longer. As we're really on that back defensive wall for Victoria. I think all 12 men underwater right now. Big solid punch from Western Australia. Has the back been able to clear it? Not quite, as the black stick curls. And Victoria breathe a sigh of relief as they get a free puck to their advantage, and they will send Western Australia back towards their defensive half. So a second life given to Victoria. Really close scoring effort from Western Australia. Didn't quite manage to... Reece Milburn, who I think played last year, but before that might have had a few years in and out of the team, just, doing other stuff. As that anticipated timeout's finally being called by, I think, Western Australia.
You're all over that.
So time to play, not much. Both timeouts taken now, 2-0 for the Wazzy boys leading this match. What answers do Victoria have for the dying minutes of this half and into the next half? I think they'll probably look to... work out exactly what's gone wrong for both of those goals that were scored. Obviously, there's not much you can do about a 2-on-1 if you give away the free in front of goals. It's just sort of an unfortunate outcome. It can happen to anyone. But with the other goal, it sort of seemed that the backs were caught a little bit flat-footed and just weren't able to sweep wide. The forwards, perhaps could have done a little bit more to get back and cherry pick it off the Western Australian drive, but once a team's got a roll on you like that, it's really hard to contain it.
Okay, we're away now. 1 minute left in this half. Reece Milburn's out for the remainder of this half. Obviously with a 2-minute sin bin, consolidation. Seeing a black-white combination. That's on the wall. That's pretty much textbook stuff, trying to break it up. Stick infringement and gloving call on that. Stepping in here while Romy shovels some chips in. Yeah, she's got a game in an hour. That's her carb loading, so we say. Beautiful, good numbers on the bottom. Both teams in here. All big drive by James Iredale, actually, on the wall. That's quite a familiar fame for me. Beautiful grab and curl. We're going to a penalty shot. 2-on-1 again, I think. Players don't seem to know. Everyone out of the water. You'll see everyone exiting to the sub-bench here. And another 2-on-1. Clock would have stopped, given that we only had a minute left in this half. And we'll see who's going to take this one. That looks like Gab Wise. And not sure. Amar Sarmiento's in the water at the moment, so I won't know whether that's him on the right wing. Not required. Boom. The old, very experienced Gab Wide just dropped that one straight in. So I would say that's half time. All right. They still got a little bit of time left. Yep, we're going to restart. I know the swapping ends, half time. I was a little bit of a late comer to this one. At the start of this, what's your feel on this, Romy? Overall summary of the first half.
I'd say the first 7 or 8 minutes were fairly even arm wrestle between both these teams. There's a good chance that this will be one of the finals matches, if not the grand final match. So we're just seeing sort of the curtain raiser for what's to come. I'd say as the game moved on, especially after Western Australia got that first goal on the board, it did sort of start swinging the West way. I think Victoria not having a lot of answers to the momentum that the Western Australians bring from their team. Forwards not really able to get in and disrupt, and the backs just caught on the back foot a little bit. All class from the Western Australians. They're a very well-drilled team, and they've got some exceptional players on their team, including Todd Canavan, who's turned trader on the Victorians after coaching them to great success 2 years ago. Role of coach now taken by Felipe and Kui. Might now, while we've got a few moments, break in play of halftime, run through the team list. So I'll call the Victorian boys in no particular order other than alphabetical. We've got Alejo, number 7, Ben Richards, number 12, Ben Robertson, number 8, Caden Mills, number 6, Campbell Blake is number 5, but he's also not here. I think Kev Chisholm might have taken Cam's number, but TBD. Campbell, if you're watching online, why not drop us a comment? Tell us what you think of your team's performance. Kui is number 13, Daniel Pearce number 1, Felipe Perne number 10, Hamish Scothen number 11, John Chen number 2, Tim Ogden number 9, and the captain is Angus Lemon number 3. I think sitting out for this game, I'm just trying to peer over at who I can see on the side of the pool, but I actually can't see anyone. I think it might be Caden and Dan out for this game. Sorry if you are playing, boys. I'm going to take 5 and return, so I'll leave you in some very capable hands to run through the Western Australian team list.
Thanks, Romy. WA Elite Men. Number 4, Alex Whedon. Young lad from Perth. Might be his second nationals in the elites. Amar Samiento. Very much a underwater hockey journeyman. Benny Rupnick. Gav Wise. Number 8, Hunter Jones 3, James Iredale, Josh McKenzie. We'll come back to this off the strike now. Western Australia's won the strike. Western Australia heading to the right of screen this half. Consolidations over on the wall away from the camera. Victoria gained some WA's had a breakthrough here. Can work a 45 off the wall. I think Victoria's taken possession, yes, trying to drive back through the middle. Second effort. WA double teaming there, driving Victoria back. Whether that was a goal or not. Yep, referees are calling goal. Number 2, Black. From WA is... Oh, sorry, wrong sheet here. Yep. Number 2, Joshy McKenzie. Yep, cool. No, you go. You do it. Puck's back in the centre. Kicked off. Strike again. Reece Milburn back in the water. So WA scored that goal with only 5 in. Forgot about that. And we are... Looks, apologies here, we don't have camera number 4 at the moment. We're back to 3. Victoria consolidating across to the wall. Victorian back, interestingly, gave his the back carrying the puck, then a little tap on the shoulder to let him know he was there. Oof, nice steal off the wall there. Might have been done illegally or some infringement before it. White illegal stock of the park. Hamish Scothen. Young Hamish is playing up in the elites now. Has he played there for a while? Second time? Third. There you go. Mason Gillespie, little chip pass to the wall there. Not sure who the forward is on there. another infringement. WA had a beautiful switch across the court, then they were away. That hurt them. Advantage puck Victoria here. We're not changing the cameras on here. I think we're stuck on camera 2. Sorry about that. Couple of little issues here. We're stuck on camera 2 at the moment, or 3. Just bear with us. Fair melee on the Victoria, or WA done a Victoria, sorry, done a full recycle, but it's spat out. Ref's made a call in here against 8 white from Victoria, stick infringement, so it's going to be a black puck, WA puck to the right of screen. Ref timeout. 6 white. Two kick-outs here. 2-minute kick-out black. James Idale's out for WA for 2 minutes. Okay, Victoria player out for 1 minute. WA player out for 2 minutes. Apologies, struggling with the camera view at the moment here. So both teams playing with 5 in the water at the moment. Caden Milnes is the Victorian player in the sin bin here. Victoria's got another kick out. They got 2. So only 4 in the water. 4v5 at the moment. Caden Milnes back in. So back to a 5-on-5 game. Looks like WA scored a goal here. Black 6. Reece Milburn. $5-0 currently. Off the strike. Apologies, still issues with camera switching here. Plays conveniently come back into the corner with the one camera that we got at the moment. WA consolidating. It's James Idale back in the water, who was on the puck then, after a 2-minute spell in the sin bin. Yep. Okay. Victoria with the advantage puck here. recycling. We've got another unsportsmanlike conduct kick out. White 10, 2 minutes. Looks like number 10, white 10's one of the... Who's that? Yep. Okay, so we got 2 Victorians in the sin bin at the moment, so down to a 6-on-4. Okay, we're back into being able to control the view for you here. Tech experts have worked their magic. Victoria was still with 2 out. WA with an advantage puck. Melee in the middle. Big flick out wide from WA. A little bit of duff flick down the wall there, but he had a second go at it. Was James Iredale launching it to the winger. Victoria consolidating. Trying to drive down the wall. Victoria still playing with 5 in the water. Switch across the pool from WA. Play still going. I thought there'd been a stop then. A few calls going on with an advantage rule being played by the sounds of it. Push down into that back corner. WA defending. Victoria, I would say, been trying to either drive down this back wall or recycle it. Feeding frenzy in the corner at the moment. Important to remember, Victoria are still down to 5 players. Victoria making a pretty strong drive on the tray here. WA out the back door. Oh, there's been a call against WA. Whether we get an advantage puck or a 2-on-1 here. Still an advantage puck.
Starting to get away from Victoria here. It's Kato, I see you in the live chat. We're really missing you at the tournament, mate. Wish you were here. Score, I hope you've heard by now. It is 5-0 in Western Australia's favour. Victoria yet to find an answer. They have had some opportunities. Right now we are seeing the Victorians up on the Western Australian tray, but they've had one jump back in and one's going to jump straight back out. We've got another kick out for the boys in white. This time I think it is Felipe.
John.
Oh, it's John. Now, for those at home, John is an upstanding citizen who you certainly wouldn't expect this kind of behaviour from. But it turns out anyone can get a bit aggro in this game. Fighting words from Bambi in the live chat as well, saying defence needs to be clean. That is a hot take from a career forward, but you're not wrong, as Victoria is going to get the free puck, but they do only have 5 men in the water. Can they convert and get a score on the board? Although it will be just consolation at this point. It's hard to see them having a comeback now with a 5-0 deficit. Western Australia have cleared it to their corner. The referee's seen something that he doesn't like, and it is an obstruction call against the Western Australians. Played the advantage for a little while to see if the Victorians could recycle it back. They couldn't, so WA is going to be sent back to defend on their trade. This is about the 4th or 5th time they've had to do this game. They've been quite lucky to not concede any goals as has been happening. As Victoria look to convert, there's been another call against Western Australia, and the referees are going to take a ref's timeout. I wonder if they're going to start talking about penalty shots, because there have been a number of fouls right on the back wall. Oh, actually, I'm seeing some signalling that suggests this might go against Victoria. So a terrible outcome for the boys in white if it's gone against them. They've got 5 in the water. Many chances to convert that they haven't been able to quite pull off, and now it seems that the free puck is going to go against them, so they are set on the back foot. Western Australia given another chance at life. Not that they really need it in this game. It's 5-0 deficit. Western Australia comfortably leading as we have a timeout taken. I think both teams have now exhausted their timeouts, so was getting a little bit dicey up there for Western Australia, and I think they'll just look to settle themselves and finish this game strongly, not conceding any goals. Pressure's on now for Victoria. Can they convert and show that they are actually in this match? I think the scoreline maybe doesn't reflect how close the game has been for most of the time. 2 penalty shots for Western Australia taken beautifully and converted both times. And then 3 goals where it just sort of seemed like they came right through the guts, and Victoria just wasn't able to stop the momentum that the Western Australians brought with them. So 5-0 Western Australia's favour, and we've got, I don't know, 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes left to play.
Thanks, Romy. 6 on 5. Watching this advantage puck. No, we'll go back to camera number 2. Switched across to the other side of the pool. Looks like WA's got a little bit of a roll on down the wall here. Can't quite see the intricacies of what's going on there. Even players on the surface to players on the bottom sort of ratio. Still thrashing. Refs are not making any calls. Righto, Victoria look like they have a bit of a drive down the wall here. Playing advantage. Refs are playing advantage. WA looks to consolidate it back on the wall. Big drive down the wall by Victoria then. It's been a call. Another kick out by the looks. Barging call. Mason Gillespie out. Mason Gillespie out. WA 6 on 5 the other way now. Consolidations on this back wall. WA would have gone into a 2-3 combination. 2 forwards, 3 backs in this scenario. And looks like they are moving it up the wall on the other side here. Predominantly the last probably at least 4 or 5 minutes from me. I reckon Victoria's had most of the attacking play here. A lot of it's been down in that back corner. WA looking to have released it and switched it there then. Victoria cut down. WA's gone in front of the subbing bench. I'd say we'll be looking for subs and might see a decent solid drive from WA here if they can get possession of the puck with some fresh bodies in. Scotty McKenzie, a familiar figure there, I think. Launch up the wall to a winger. Whoops. Just in between that camera dead zone at the moment. Apologies. Another call from the ref. Which way is this going? Barging White. Advantage puck WA here. Victoria madly scrambling to the sub bench. A few players have been in for a while here. Might stick with camera number 2 view here. Not sure who who took the advantage puck. James Iredale possibly. Less free scoring half, this one. Victoria's had their chances off a couple of advantage pucks, but Victoria driving now. Oh, WA have just flicked and cleared it. Opportunity to come back down the wall, consolidating. Penalty shot again. 10 black being kicked out for 2 minutes and a Victorian 2-on-1. Switch back to camera number 1. Mason Gillespie will be taking this for WA. Not sure who the Victorians will be. 2-on-1. Oh, that's gone in by the looks. The Victorian player just having a chat with Mason on that one, and I think it was a one-way conversation, that one. Kicking off again. WA won the strike and driving forward in control of the puck there into the front of the Victorian subbing bench, I think. Consolidation down in the corner. Victoria probably into a three-way rotation here. WA looking to not let them drive up the wall and rip it off the wall themselves. Call on number 12 black, holding on to the barrier. Going to be a Victorian puck by the looks. Not sure how much time's left here. Last 25 seconds. Victorian down the wall. Drive, curl. Consolidate. Probably another drive and curl. Victorian defenders coming in. Going to run out of time though, I think. Time. Final scoreline was, I think, 5-1. 5-1. Thank you for that. I'm not sure who the next game is, but yep, we'll see you on the next one.